we can review. Last week, we actually started with setting up your store for success. And we talked about having the right products, the right delivery systems. We also talked about your marketing homepage and how valuable that can be. So I just wanted to go over that a little bit. If you missed that webinar, we do have that available for playback. You can go to our YouTube page. We also sent that out via email. And I would suggest you go back and take a look if you're joining us today for the first time, because I am going to continue from what we learned last week. So today we're going to learn about content marketing. And this is really important for us as healthcare professionals to find the right content to market out, the right platform on which to do it, and what our audience really wants to know about. So if you haven't done content marketing or you're not really sure what that is, that's okay. Make sure, guys, that you put your questions in the chat box. We are happy to answer those as well. And let's get started. So 3 different types of marketing I'm going to touch on today: inbound, content, and product marketing. And guys, I try to keep these webinars short. I know your time is valuable, so I want to make sure that we get everything covered. So what is the difference? Well, first, inbound marketing is how you get people to you. You can do this with keywords, things that you put in your store. And actually next week, when we bring in Chelsea Newman, she's going to show us how to do all these cool things on our store, how to make those buy now links, how to do keywords with our products, how to do videos, how to do bundles. So make sure you tune in, because she's going to take what I talk about today to the next level. But inbound marketing is just really how we get people to us. And that can be as simple as word of mouth. Someone's trending on Facebook or Instagram, or they're the hottest thing. Or if you're searching online for something and they have some good keywords in an article or on their website, that's a great way to get people to you. The second part of what we can talk about today is product marketing. And this focuses on marketing specific to products. Now, guys, there's a lot of noise out there with product marketing. I mean, supplements, they're at the highest selling point ever, which is a great thing. But it's really important that we differentiate ourselves and we're not just doing paid ads, because unless somebody's really looking for something, you are going to get overlooked. There's just so many other products and things out there. So really today we're going to focus on how do you become an expert? How do you create the niche that gets people to you? And really what I have found in my practice and with what I do is content marketing. And this is designed to educate your clients and patients. You're actually teaching your audience why they need what you're saying, why they need your courses, why they need your products. And you're touching on those pain points, but you're also offering solutions. And its goal, like I said, is to educate and inform so that ultimately they make what we call a reflective purchase. Now, there's a difference, guys, between buying something and being sold. And the way that I can kind of describe this is when you're shopping for a car. So let's say you see this car, right? Matthew McConaughey is in the driver's seat. I don't know what car that is, but I remember he was driving. So that's a good ad. So he's driving along and he has this cool saying and he's driving this cool car. And so what I do is I go search this car because maybe I want to buy it. It's a product, but they're not selling it to me. They are educating me on the features once I get to their website. What does the transmission do? How much power does it have? How much gas does it use? So on and so forth. And so I am looking at this car and actually designing it in my head based on my needs and wants, my points of pain and pleasure. And so what I do is I walk into the car dealership and I'm ready to buy. I can even tell that car salesman what color I want, what I want the interior to look like, what kind of tires, other features. I have really researched this and I'm ready to buy. No one has ever sold a car. We go in and we buy a car because we have done our homework on it. And we should do that same adequate due diligence with our supplements and other things like that, because it's really important that we educate our clients beyond the chair. And we talked about this last time, that eventually they will no longer need us for our services, but they're always going to need healthy products. And we want them to be able to have a good educational backbone so that they can make the right purchases on your GetHealthy store. So content marketing versus manipulation marketing. These two can be very close, but they get confused. And I just want to make sure that when you're putting out good content, that you're not trying to manipulate your audience out of fear, but actually encouraging them and educating them as to why they need something. So the first point right here educates the audience to make a reflective choice. They think about it, they reflect, and they buy, versus manipulation marketing, where that's something that does not sufficiently engage or appeal to someone's capacity, but actually is more of like, I should buy this because I'm scared not to. Your content marketing is going to move the client into a funnel of education where they want to learn more information, be enlightened about the product, and make sure that it's relevant to their need, versus manipulation marketing, where it's one technique that's used to make claims about a product that's believable, right? So that's called the damning admission. So just before making a claim that you want people to believe, you admit something negative about your product. And I'm gonna give you a good comparison. And then content marketing influences the customer to make an educated choice. That's the biggest thing. I always tell people, I don't care what you buy, I don't care what you do, but just make sure it's an educated choice, that you've done your homework on both sides and you know that what you're getting is quality and is going to be in the best health for yourself or your family. So they become buyers rather than you becoming the salesperson. And on manipulation marketing, they're scaring people. So we can look at the current state of what's going on. And this is what I'm going to say about the big C word out there, and everybody's based on fear. On both sides, there's fear. There's fear on this virus is very scary, and then there's fear on choices that people will or will not make about the jab, so on and so forth. None of those things should be your decision maker as to why you do or do not do something. What should be your decision maker is an educated choice, that you've studied both sides and you've made an educated decision. And that's what we have to do with any types of products or supplements. We don't want to scare people into buying them. We want to educate them as to why they need them. And content marketing is a great way to do this. So what are some places that you can do content marketing? Well, social media, hands down, is probably the easiest and probably the most, has the largest exposure. You can get on Facebook, you can get on LinkedIn, you can get on Instagram. And the beautiful thing about content marketing on those platforms is actually that you can do it differently on all of them. With Instagram, it tends to be more lifestyle and pictures, and you can really show people how to live a healthy lifestyle. Where social media with Facebook tends to be more conversational, right? We put out a point or a paragraph, we talk about something. And then LinkedIn has more of a professional undertone. So really, depending on who you are and who your audience is, you can pick which platform works the best. We can also look at demographics of those platforms. Instagram tends to be a little bit younger than Facebook. Facebook tends to be more social than LinkedIn. So again, it's really about knowing your audience. And if you're like my kids, then you're on Snapchat, and people like me have no idea what they're doing. So a blog is a great way to expand on what you want to say, on how you want your people to use the product, why you want them to use it, the pros and cons of maybe pharmaceuticals compared to something that you are trying to tell them is good for their health or their lifestyle. Video, honestly, guys, video is very impactful. With the Get Healthy store, you do have the capability with certain packages to put video next to your favorite products. You telling your audience why they should really engage in purchasing this product and what are the health benefits. And we have some good examples of that we can show you today as well. Also courses, being able to educate your audience on how you do what you do and why you do it is a really powerful thing. And then at the end of that course, bundling the products they need into a buy now link is a very powerful way to take content marketing to product marketing and to actually transfer that into a sale. Again, Chelsea's going to show you how to do these things next week. Infographics. This is all your information on a graphic. Not too much, almost like a billboard where you can look at it really quickly and you can get the idea of what your point is. That is a really big thing with social media, to use these infographics, and they're very powerful. Podcasts. I mean, some of the biggest podcasts in the world are where most people are getting their information right now and what's going on in our current state of government and current state of health. So don't be afraid to get on there. Newsletters, web conferencing, webinars like this, where we can talk about things, have discussions, learn from each other, ebooks, websites, obviously. but not everybody has a website. So just know before you jump into an expensive website that you might be thinking you need, and I do believe that websites are powerful and are needed, there are other ways that you can share free, valuable content, good knowledge, and great experiences on these other platforms. So which one do you use? Well, guys, I usually tell people, pick what you're good at. If you're not good on video, you don't want to do videos and fumble around. If you're not great at writing, you may want to consider either getting a writer, someone to write for you, like a content writer, or, you might want to pick a different platform like a podcast or, something on video. Pick what works in your daily life. It takes a lot to write an article or a blog. So you may want to do things that are quicker. You might not have enough time in the day to do these things. You may not have the staff. I'm a one-man band over here. So I know that I'm not going to sit down and write a really long blog. It's not going to be part of my daily content marketing, but I can get on social media and talk about a healthy selfie, a client that I've helped. I used to take pictures of myself with my client once they graduated, right? Once they got to fire me, and I would call it a healthy selfie. And I would post it to my social media. I would tell a little bit about that person's story with their permission, and then I would tag them with their permission. And it was a great way to take what I did in practice and their testimony of success across the social media platform. Plus, when I tagged them, all of their friends and family saw that, and I would start to get calls based on that testimonial. So there's different things that you can do. Pick what your audience will follow. If your audience is a majority of, moms, you may not want to talk about things that aren't relevant to them, but picking topics about hormone issues, menopause, good sleep, monitoring stress with a busy life as a mom, those are things that would be valuable content. And then helping them select products to give them energy or to get better sleep would be something that you would tie that into. So remember, you can have this full spectrum of inbound content and product marketing all in one, and it doesn't have to be separate or cost a lot of money. It might take a little bit of time, probably in things that you're already doing. We're just not doing them effectively. So some of the goals that you can take out today, and I am going to show you some marketing homepages that are doing what we are talking about today really well. So just hang tight. Make sure you have a plan and a budget. Whether that budget is monetary budget or time budget, you have to learn to budget, whether you're going to budget a small block of time every week to get all of your posts done and scheduled out on your Facebook business page, or you are going to have a plan. You're going to make up a schedule of different topics you want to talk about. Take an hour or two a week and plan out your whole month, and you can really get that done. And with the way social media is and all of that kind of stuff, you can plan these out for long periods of time. Have a niche. Be the expert. The first person to call you an expert is you. And so if you go out there and say, hey, I'm really good at thyroid health, or hey, I'm great at MTHFR mutation, then people will start to tune in because you've established a niche and you've claimed yourself as an expert. The first one that called me an expert at business strategies was me, because I failed enough to let other people know what not to do. So there's a lot of different ways that you can really help your community with their health, and enough to help somebody. So go out there and call yourself an expert in something. Give away some great free, valuable content. Not everything has to be purchased. And honestly, guys, we want people to be educated enough to make the right choice with us. People that are coming to you raw, that have never embraced natural health or functional medicine, you don't want to just put out content about why they should supplement. And here's the top 10 supplements you would recommend. They're not going to know how to use them. They may buy once for you, but they won't buy again. So you may want to offer them some free, valuable content in a blog form, a newsletter, even on your social media, saying, hey, you know what? There's a really big difference between shopping on my GetHealthy store versus Amazon. You're getting quality therapeutic supplements in my store. Why does that matter? And so you go into that a little bit, or you could write a blog on that. But just keep in mind that you don't want to throw stuff out to your audience cold and then expect them to buy from you when they're not educated on the purchase. Again, we're going for that reflective, educated buy. Be consistent, be persistent. The biggest thing is that we try things a couple of times and we're done. Well, that didn't work. Well, it's not going to work one or two times. In a very fast moving social media, high ad world, you have to have something that stands out and be consistent in that standout over and over again. People are bombarded with over 10,000 ads every hour. That's a lot of information for people to sift through. So it really has to resonate with them. Good pictures or infographics, good information, and hitting some points of pain and offering solutions. Don't just scare people, but give them hope. That's the biggest thing that as a practitioner, I always taught other practitioners. If you can give anybody one thing in a consultation, give them hope, because that's what they'll take with them when they leave. They may not buy the supplements. They may never come back to see you again, but if you give them a ray of hope, they're at least going to walk out with that. So even in your content marketing, we want to give some hope and offer solutions, whether it's in, an appointment with you, a course with you, or even a product that you have found worked really well for other people that had X, Y, or Z. Those me stories are very powerful and they give people hope. Know your customer, build a relationship. Don't be a stranger. They need to see you once in a while. I get on business pages that's all business. Every once in a while, they want to see a picture of you in your office, you with your kids, you with a client. The whole point to having a content marketing approach is to get these people to know you, to like you, and to trust you as an expert in your field. That's the biggest thing you can do, so that when they walk in your door or they sign up for your course, they already feel like they know you. That's a big part of it. And if they know, like, and trust you, they will know, like, and trust what you advise them to take or advise them to buy, because you have educated them that you're a known, likable, trustworthy source of information. And then offer a good shopping experience. You can't talk about all this great stuff and they go on your GetHealthy platform and there's nothing there for them to shop for. They want to look around. They want to go and read that article you wrote or that video you put out, and they want to go in your store and they want to see all those things. So make sure that your marketing is connecting not only to your niche and expertise, but what you have available on your GetHealthy store, because that's really important. And then we can use that marketing homepage to hyperlink it out. That's important too. We want to hyperlink your marketing to your marketing homepage. And there's a couple of stores that do this really well. So what I'm going to do is just stop the share real quick, and I'm going to get into some of these that do it well. So, Dr. Tenpenny, she's a really high influencer. I think a lot of people know her. This is Clout Hub. This is a place where she goes and she does videos, a platform that's great that you can utilize. I would recommend, if this is what you like to do videos, you like to educate, you like to have special guests on, you're going to want to platform something like this. And then in this text is where Chelsea is going to teach you, how do I hyperlink my products? How do I create those buy now links? And we're going to learn all of that next week as well. Another one that does this well, this is Veritas. This is a GetHealthy platform. This is a great one because they hyperlink out not only to their products, which I love this, enter your apothecary, but you can book a consultation right off of their site, but you can also enroll in one of their classes. Now, at the end of these courses, one of the things that I would suggest is make sure that all of the stuff that you talked about for lymphatic detox and drainage, that you have a buy now link somewhere in your course so that your educated client can watch this course and buy now when they know they need these products. Here's another one, Eat Naked Kitchen. This is done very well. How to become a client. This is for special discounted clients only. So you can see that there is a way that they are inbound marketing here, where they're saying, hey, this section over here is for client, but hey, this section's for discounted clients. So right now I'm thinking, well, how do I become a discounted client? And so I'd probably click that to find out more. Here's an example of a blog. This is done well. This is actually Anna Reisdorf. I know her. I worked with her a lot. She is a clinical dietitian in California. She writes for different companies. So you can actually get people that can write for you, content writers, which you can let us know at GetHealthy, and we're more than happy to help you, of why endothelial health is so important. And if we've learned anything through the whole COVID pandemic, is that we have to actually take care of our endothelial health. And so she talks about nitric oxide. She links it back to studies. She links it back to products. And then within this blog, there's great pictures. There's also great pictures of lifestyle and then also product. So it's important, guys, that when you're putting together something like this, it's not just like sell, 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 product, 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 but we want to get into that feeling and that emotional state of the person reading our blog. We want to make sure that we are connecting with lifestyle pictures, with pictures that they might identify with, like, oh yeah, I eat healthy greens. I love celery. I love beetroot, and have those lifestyle pictures. And then there's also, you could do a podcast. So podcasts are very easy. You can, have all of your stuff right here, your description. You can have hyperlinks out to different events, to your store. If I'm talking about a product here, I'm going to hyperlink it back to a buy now link so that they can stay in touch with me, stay in touch with my blog, stay in touch with my podcast, and then also kick it right back to my store where they can purchase something if they want to buy now. So I'm going to stop for a second and take a few questions. So Courtney was broadcasting on her live, on her personal. That's okay. We can do that. Are there any questions, Courtney, that you see in the chat?
I don't see any in the chat. You can also raise your hand if you have a question. We have a little Q&A section as well. So feel free to ask any questions here, but no worries if not.
Yeah, and Courtney, if you have anything to add to what I said, please do so.
Yeah, I mean, I love the point about how you talked about basically appealing to the emotions. That's a huge part of marketing, because it really is not meant to be, it is meant to be a relationship that you're building. I think it was Maya Angelou who said people will always remember how you made them feel. It's the same when you're online, right? You're giving them messages of hope. You're trying to really connect with them, build a relationship. It's not all about, we are an e-commerce platform, but we help you build that relationship as well, which is the great thing about our platform in particular. So we want to continue to help do that. And Chelsea will give you some really great, application tools to do that next week. But that was a point that really stuck out to me. So, but yeah, I think those are great points that you made. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, we'll give you a minute to gather your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm wondering if anybody does this right now. If they're using their marketing homepage to link out, or if you have a blog, how many of our users of the Get Healthy platform actually have all this going on? And I think a lot of times people get stuck on I just don't have time. That's where we can be a good resource for you guys to reach out to us and let us know how we can help you, because we do have resources that we can tap into with you and for you. We can be a resource for you. And I have to tell you, it's worth it. It's worth changing that marketing homepage. It's worth, linking out and letting people come there for kind of a one-stop shop experience. And as we as a company grow, it's just going to get better and better. We have some really cool features coming up this year that we're excited about. So, learn how to use that e-com platform that we've provided for you. I think some of the expectation in the market was that we were like other platforms, and truly we're not. We're very unique in what we do. And I am going to teach the back-end admin how to script a cart and all that kind of stuff. But honest to goodness, that's probably the last feature that I would be very excited about. It's more about creating a place that is known, liked, and trusted by your clients, and to allow them to continue to be in your wellness web so that they always have access to you in some way. That gives them a level of comfort of going out on their own and realizing, hey, I can be healthy and stay healthy. And as John would say, age gracefully. So
absolutely. Yes. And that does remind me, we do have another session. We added on a fourth session. So we will be adding another one. So just make sure to register for that. We'll put it in our follow-up. We'll send all the registrants and a few other people this recording. So if you want to attend all of our sessions, be sure to catch that last one. Like Tracy said, it should kind of be, it can be a tool you can use in your clinic. It's useful, but it's, not what we kind of hang our hat on. So these 3 sessions are really where the meat lies, but feel free to catch that if you want to learn how to recommend through the platform. Looks like we just got a little note here.
Am I getting started? So Kim, to answer your question, and I'm just going to be honest, I don't have a website either. I use my GetHealthy platform for everything. And yes, you can make it just as nice as these other platforms. We do those initial graphics for you and get your store all set up. And if you have your marketing homepage, all of that stuff is ready to go. I actually went to an outside designer and had him do that for me and upgrade my store graphics a little bit, because I'm constantly bouncing and changing. Like 1 week I'll have a course and then I'm like, wait a minute, I wanted to say this. And so I'll go back to him and say, hey, can you make me a graphic for this part of my marketing homepage? And so I have lots of different templates that he's built for me that I just keep in a file. And it's so easy to go in the back end of your store and switch those out. I showed you how to do that last week. So if you need that recording, we can do that. But yes, it would probably take the new package format that includes the marketing homepage. But I can honestly tell you, if you link it out right, you do some content marketing, it's going to be, it pays for itself in no time. And to be perfectly honest, it's so affordable. Like it's not really even that much money. So if I miss prior sessions, can I get the recordings? Of course you can. Yes, we will send those out via email. Maybe we can just send them out both to this group and the last group. So we'll get that. And I do believe it might be on our Facebook page for GetHealthy.
Yes.
That's the other thing, don't forget to like our pages, our Facebook and our LinkedIn and our YouTube's, subscribe, because we do go live through there. We also have our webinar coming up Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to focus around our PEP program, which is our patient engagement program, where we market on your behalf to your email list. If you want us to, you can opt in for that. And that is a great way to get some exposure to your email list for stores, for your clients and patients. So lots of cool things that we do for you guys. Yeah, that's a great idea. Set up a meeting for Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea will help you. But great questions. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Courtney, do you have anything you want to end with?
No, yeah, we're glad to that you came today and that you're willing to listen to us. We're really passionate about e-commerce, but this is really important that we talk about what differentiates us. So we just hope to see you in our future sessions, and look out for the email for the recording.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you register, get with Chelsea, because she's going to teach you all kinds of cool things on how to do those links. And, it's important that, you learn how to use your store effectively, because it can be such a great, powerful tool to change someone's health. So thanks for being here, and hopefully you'll register for next week, and we'll see you then. And thanks, Courtney.
Thanks, Tracy. Bye.